Hi everyone, it's Anya here. I'm back with another video for Ophelia Crafts, and today I am back again with the same pieces of material as in my previous two videos, where I've been working with the flower patch stamp, the work of art and the big shot dies to go with the flower patch. This time I'm also going to be using this beautiful typeset paper. It's DSP and it is rather flimsy. It's like almost like newspaper paper. So even though it looks like newspaper, it also feels like it, and you can see through it slightly. So it's less good quality, so to speak. But this is what it's supposed to be like, right? So today we're going to make two cards, and as I have been showing you how to do the flowers in the big shot, I've got plenty of flowers now to actually not have to show you that, but instead we are going to be making envelopes. So let's get started. We're going to make two cards. This piece of paper is 8 by 4, very vanilla, and scored at 4. Okay, so we're going to make two small cards, folded at 4, and score it in half. And the same for this one. And I thought I could use this typeset paper as background. This is 3 7/8 by 3 7/8. And that just gives you a tiny bit of a border, and I thought I would use this side here and this side here because of the typing there. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. So let's glue this down before I glue it with the wrong side. I've been known to do that. Right, so there we go. And then this one here. See, this one didn't have that number on it, so I thought it would be better to use the squares. Okay. So I always think it's important that you cut this straight as well on your cutter, because sometimes it gives you the impression that it's skew-if, so otherwise it would look a bit funny. So again, let's go in with the flowers. So we start off with the leaves. So let's glue those down. Okay. And again, a bit of glue on there. Up a bit. I like my 4x4 cards because I think they're dinky and cute. So that I always like making those. I'm also known to make matching sets, so actually I think I might continue and make a box for these as well, so watch out for the next video. I would say I'll make a box for them. Okay, then we go on to this flower, and I'm going to glue this one down to avoid having too much height in my card. Okay, so this one is glued down, and then these two, we're going to use dimensionals for those. Alright, okay, so what I'm trying to prove really with these videos is you don't need all that much materials. With just 1 or 2 stamp sets and 1 or 2 sentiments, or even just the one stamp set if you choose it carefully, you can keep on doing so many things. Sometimes of an evening I just go through the stamps that I've got and I go back to an old one. I think, what can I do with this? What different thing can I do with this? And I always come up with something. So it's always nice sort of to revisit stamp sets. So there we go, that's the other flower. And this is the middle of the flower as well. These flowers, I'm combining it like this, but there are many other combinations possible. So don't get stuck on to doing this this one, this particular combination. I like it at the moment because to do the to do the various videos, it was just easy to do the same cards, the same flower. But to be honest, there's a lot of different combinations you could do, and of course lots of different colours you could do as well. So, right, and now let's see if we can still manage to put the stamp on. I didn't stamp it before because I wanted to see where I would have the space to put it. So what am I looking? Oh yes, my stamping mat here. Right, so that's what I was looking for, and I'm going to put the U on first. The reason, oh look, I've stamped it on my desk now. Never mind. So let's see if we can do that. There we go. Okay, and now the just for. Now I'm going to put it at the end of my block so I can avoid the flower. There we go. Perfect. Right, so these are my two little cards. I could also stamp inside. To be honest, I want to stamp a flower inside, so I might do that later on. So those are the cards that we've made. Okay, and now let's have a look at how I'm going to make the envelope. So we take our envelope punch board, and today I thought I would make the envelope in the DSP. Depending on which side you're going to be using, I think I might use this one. I'm going to have to put a sticker, a white sticker with the address on it to send this, because otherwise it's not going to show up. But if you give it to somebody, it's not a problem. So the envelope for a 4x4 card, you need the paper size, and it's all on here, so it's very handy. 6 7/8 by 6 7/8 of an inch. And your first score line is at 3.5. So 3.5, we punch and we score carefully because it's thin paper. Again, punch and score. And I just line up the score line with the score guide. This is the score guide here. It's very simple, very quick. Once you've got your first score, you don't need to really think about it. And I just always do this, voila, and it fits perfectly. Okay, so let's do the second one as well. 3.5 and score and line up, punch, score, line up, punch, score, line up, punch and score. Then on the other side of your scoreboard there is a corner rounder, so I round my corners. Make sure you put it in correct, otherwise you have skew-if rounded corners, and that's not what you want. Right. Okay, there we go. Let's put this to the side and let's get rid of that one. And then I go on to my sticky tape. You fold in 3 of the sides carefully. I'm not using my bone folder because the paper is very flimsy, so you don't actually need it. There we go. And I take this out. Okay, and I'm just going to be sticking this onto here. Sometimes I'll use that really cheap double-sided tape that I've got, but because this is a little bit more flimsy, I thought I would try and do it with this one. Okay. Then we take off the backing, if it wants to stay down, of course, which it never does on video. Yep, there we go. Okay. And then we carefully put this down. And if I forget to stop before the end, you know, you've got a bit sticky bit here, but I just fold it in and it looks like this. So this goes in here, and actually that matches with this, so that looks quite nice, and it's matched up like this. Right, so for our second one, I'm not too sure about this side of the DSP. I love it when it shows a map, but it doesn't show any country at all. It's all bits of countries, and if it does show a country, it's not particularly one that I would want on a DSP. So I'm using the other side. Right, back to my sticky tape, and like I said, hang on, what am I doing? Yeah, I will be making another few of these cards, so I can show you how to make a box for these as well. Okay, so these will be made into a set with a matching box. But whether I'll do that in this session of card making, or whether I will do it later on, or tomorrow, or next week, I don't know yet, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, so now when I made these envelopes in the beginning, I always wondered, so how are people going to close them up? Obviously there is no glue on there, so what I do now is I just put a bit of sticky tape on there, but I don't take the backing off. I'll leave it to people for them to take the backing off. It's simple, but it's something that I just hadn't thought about. There we go. And we'll have to do that for this one as well. Take the card out again, and then we're there. So while I'm doing this, I'll just tell you that I really appreciate you watching me making these cards, and if you would like, please go to my Stampin' Up shop. If you would like some supplies, you can order them there, and that's at opheliacrafts.stampinup.net. And I'm looking forward to getting to know you and to give you lots of inspiration and advice for making beautiful projects with paper and cards and anything else that we can think of, really. So, thank you for watching. Have a good day. Bye.